Attention all hunters, return to Destiny, man. You guys have just broke this damn game. Bungie, what the hell was you doing when you just recreated this monster of an exotic? That's right, guys, the gyrfalcons just had a massive rework, and we can just spam infinity volatile rounds with every void weapon you could ever think of. And it is now turned into one of the most broken exotics in this game. I'm telling you, what you're seeing now is me messing around with two builds, and they are so good, so far apart using different methods, but they are so good. The wave splitter build that you guys used to use with gyrfalcons has now just gone top tier, constantly suppressing everything, constantly making everything volatile. We can ramp up the damage with Font of Might, and we can get some damage stack in there, which is totally viable. It shreds absolutely everything, and we are pretty much invisible with this build. I know you guys are gonna be like, oh well, the ammo economy with wave splitter, cream slice is here, don't worry about that, I've got you covered. So that's going to be the first build we're going to go through, is a wave splitter with the gyrfalcons. And the second build was a personal one of mine. I grinded all week to get a certain role because I knew the rework was going to be amazing. Sadly, I didn't get the role and get this role, and I promise you, you will not regret it when you do. So the second build, we're going to be going down the war mine cell route. And this was a build that I wanted to bring to you guys, is we can use the mod cellular suppression to continuously proc stylish execution. Yeah, that's right, because we're going to be suppressing everything with war mine cells. We're going to be getting damage reduction through war mine cells. So it's totally two different builds, both viable for endgame as well. We're going to do it a little bit different with this build because Destiny item managers are not working. So I'm going to go over to the character selection screen, and we're going to go over the build properly. I'm going to show you the two different builds, and we're going to swap some mods around for each catered build, so you can precisely use the mods that I am and just go have fun with it. So if you find any of this enjoyable, or you like the build, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. You already know what we do. So yeah, let's get the build. This setup is for both builds, so if you do want to swap any mods out at any point, feel free to do so. It's stylish executioner, so defeating weakened, suppressor or volatile targets makes you invisible. With the gyrfalcons now giving you constant volatile, you are going to be invisible all the time with a kill. And then we've got vanishing step, so we can go invisible and proc gyrfalcons volatile rounds. Are using echo of persistence. This will just increase our invisibility, and we also have devour on there as well for full health on kills and grenade energy back as well. We've got echo starvation with devour, so when we pick orbs of power up, we grant devour. And then we've got echo of domineering. After suppressing a target, you gain increased mobility, and your equipped weapon is reloaded from reserves. So this being one of the main perks that I wanted to use with this build, well, with both of these builds, because they're both based around suppressing everything. This is how we constantly just spam volatile rounds with wave splitter. And we've got echo of undermining. We weaken our enemies with our grenades to proc stylish executioner. Don't worry too much about your stats, it's going to be your preference, but I do recommend getting your mobility as high as possible to take advantage of vanishing steps, so you can proc volatile rounds a bit quicker. So the main purpose for this type of build in my head, what I wanted to create, was a weapon that also has repulsor brace and can create war mine cells, right? So this hand cannon can roll with repulsor brace that will greatly make this build just top tier in endgame content. One, because we have unstoppable hand cannon. Two, because this weapon creates war mine cells. And three, if you get repulsor brace, you add an extra 50% damage reduction with your overshields on top of it. So if you do not know about this weapon, guys, get to know it, because this could be one of the best weapons in the game in this current season. This role is a good role with golden tricorn, but I do prefer to have repulsor brace. we were using xenophage. This can create war mine cells as well for us. So starting off at the top on the helmet, we always have harmonic siphon on with both of the builds because we are running devour. Multi-kills with void weapons creates an orb of power. We have global reach on there, so when we're destroying our war mine cells, it can reach a greater distance, suppressing everything. On the arms there, we have reaping wellmaker, so every time we dodge and get a kill, we're going to get a void elemental well to pick up. And then we've got font of might on there to take advantage of a 25% damage increase to our void weapons. And we've got energy diffusion subtrait on there for extra resistance against incoming damage. So as you can see here, the new perk, the rework on gyrfalcons, after being invisible, your void weapons gain volatile rounds. Finishers while invisible grant you that extra 35% damage buff to all of your weapons, and it will give you an overshield. So you still have that 35% damage buff with the gyrfalcons. You just have to get a finisher while you're invisible, and it's super easy, guys. But this is one of the most broken exotics in the game right now, and it's my favorite and I love it. And now I'm using a hunter. So on the boots there, we've got cellular suppression. So when we're creating war mine cells, we shoot that one time and it suppresses everything, feeding into our stylish executioner ability. So then every time we get a kill from a suppression enemy, we go invisible, and then we can proc volatile rounds again. And this is a really solid build, guys, with war mine cells. And then we're utilizing war mine's protection as well. So that is going to be the first build, the war mine protection and the cellular suppression, font of might, reaping wellmaker, and global reach. But when we look at the supercharged battery, collecting an orb of power grants a period of maximum power that starts with an automatic reload. Sustained fire in this mode suppresses targets. So even by just picking up an orb of power and getting this suppression kill, we will go invisible and proc stylish executioner and then continue with the volatile rounds. This is just so OP. The helmet, guys, we've got harmonic siphon again, and we get multi-kills with a wave splitter. We get that orb of power, we pick that up, we go into suppression mode with our wave splitter, increasing its damage. Trace rifle, ammo finder, and elemental armaments. So when we're getting kills with the wave splitter, we're going to create a void elemental well. Then we've got reaping wellmaker on there as well. So when we get a kill after dodging, we're going to get another void elemental well. So these two methods here are to pick up that void elemental well for us to proc font of might. And then we've got the energy diffusion subtraits on there as well. Now where it changes here is on the boots. So what we've done here is we've added the ammo capacity into wave splitter, so we are never running out of ammo with this spectacular trace rifle. So basically extra reserves, void ability kills when you are charged with light create special ammo bricks, right? So now I've solved your problems of not having enough ammo with the wave splitter. Now you can just hold the trigger down and shoot and make everything volatile. Proccing Echo of Domineering is going to reload your wave splitter. You're going to be suppressing everything, putting out some insane damage, and it's just, this is a really solid build, guys, with wave splitter. And it was good before, but it is OP as shit. And then on the cloak there, we've got double utility kickstart. So when we dodge, we get a massive chunk of our dodge energy back. And then we've got elemental charge. So when we do pick up that void elemental well, we become charged with light, and we have our font of might damage buff. So that is the two builds, guys. I hope you like it. It's a little bit different today because there's no dim link, or Destiny Item Manager's not working. They fucked it up. So hopefully this helps. See you in the next video. Peace.